Hello, welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. Poetry and history and a thought for the day, all in my one book. This is the book here. I read from it every day. It puts me in a nice frame of mind, you know. I find reading a poem every day, you might try it if you want to start the day in a sort of calm manner. A lot of famous people did that, you know. The poet laureate in England in the mid-20th century, Ted Hughes, famously used to get up early and read a complete Shakespeare play before breakfast every day at one time. Well, I think that's a bit over the top, but poets like Seamus Heaney and W.H. Auden, they found it very therapeutic to read a poem or two before they got started on the day. One of them described it as saying their morning prayers, and there's a lot in common between poetry and prayer, I think. Well, my book is a daily poem, a bit of history, and a thought for the day, all connected. I think it makes a benign book to dip into every day of the year. You can give it as a present to people, you know, and they quite like it, I find. poetrychangeslives.com is the website where you can buy it, or you can buy it from Amazon, for that matter, direct. On this day, in 1963, the very great American poet William Carlos Williams died. He'd lived most of his life in New Jersey, and he did travel a bit in Europe as a young man, but he was really very wedded to his life in North America. He was a family doctor, what we call a GP, out there in New Jersey. He did his doctoring during the day and wrote poems in the evening, usually. He was a friend of people like T.S. Eliot, whom he thought he was a bit resentful that he felt Eliot had sort of taken the limelight too much, and he found a lot of Eliot's great sort of scholarship and display of education a bit over the top. William Carlos Williams liked his language to be much simpler. Interestingly, his parents had come from a Spanish background in the South America, Central America somewhere, and in his house when he grew up in New Jersey, William Carlos Williams spoke Spanish as his first language, but he seemed to have a very good command of English as well. His own poetry, as I say, focused on the basic American words and idioms, and a lot of it's minimalist, though not all. He did write one or two very long poems, in fact. I can't read one of his, he's still in copyright, but I'm going to read a poem by J.K. Stephen, who I think has a sort of a wit that's a little bit similar to Williams sometimes. See what you think of this. I am not ambitious at all. I am not a poet, I know, though I do love to see a mere scrawl to order and symmetry grow. My muse is uncertain and slow. I am not expert with my tools. I lack the poet's argot, but I hope I have kept to the rules. When your brain is undoubtedly small, 'tis hard not to write in a row. Some 5 or 6 rhymes to Nepal and more than a dozen to Joe. The meter is easier, though. These rhymes are sufficient for ghouls. My lines are deficient to go, but I hope I have kept to the rules. Dear sir, though my language is low, let me dip in Pierian pools. My verses are only so-so, but I hope I have kept to the rules. Quite charming, you know, poetry comes in so many different forms. I rather like the wit and simplicity of that. Today I will try not to allow my feelings to dictate my actions. Thanks for listening.